course, Chikodi's World jewelry line. I started making jewelry about 8 years ago. I used to sell jewelry or ready-made stuff. And then when I sell them or I get them, I look at them like I could do, I had designs in my mind where I can rearrange what I bought. So eventually I said, you know what, I want to learn how to make jewelry. All my stuff, I make them with all natural gemstones. Because I wanted it to be of a better quality, not just plastic stuff, just so that if you do buy one thing, that you have that one cool, precious gemstone. So other than doing here, I enjoy making jewelry. It's another asset of me making extra cash. Other than doing the jewelry and selling it here, I do a lot of shows. I do a lot of women's shows. I do a lot of craft shows and a lot of art shows. I just get a booth and I set up and I sell my jewelry. How did I maintain? That's another thing. It was just the love of it. Just having the love of what you do kind of helps you to balance out. It helps you to maintain, not to be overwhelmed. And because it's like a fun thing for me. I don't see it as a job. Just having the balance is mainly up on the person. How much love do you have in what you're doing? How are you presenting it? You have to make it exciting for yourself. And first, I thought I was just gonna come to America and go to school, be a scholar, and have an office job. And that was, it's great, but it's boring for me because it's really not me. I like, free spirit. So I was just so glad that I stepped out of my little cubbyhole that day out of work to go to beauty school the next day to sign up because I didn't want to get fired. I wanted, if anybody's going to fire me, I want to be the one to fire myself. That was my mentality. I was so like, oh my God, you fired me, and then now what? Now I got to find another job. So, and from there, I was just like, oh, every day I wake up, I said, God, thank you so much for just allowing me to step out of myself and just, believing in myself and believing in that God's gonna help me figure out what I really want to do. The only fears I have is just to make sure that the books are right. Since the books are right, I don't have nobody following me and asking me, no IRS problem, no, but other than that, it was just excitement, excitement of, oh man, before I got this place, I was booth renting because I transitioned. I went from New Jersey to Orlando, Florida, and then I moved to the Virgin Islands in St. Thomas. I lived here for 5 years, and then I moved to St. Thomas here. And every place I've moved, I literally have to start over again. And I've always had people ask me like, "You just gonna pack up and move? Like, who does that?" I'm like, "I do." And they're like, "Oh my God, you're just gonna leave everything? And I'm just gonna sell everything?" And for every transition, it's just been like that. So to me, it's just like, okay, this is just what you do when you decide to go. If I had had the fear of not moving anywhere, I would have been in Florida, and I was doing good, but I wouldn't have been a jeweler. I wouldn't have pick up the habit of making jewelry. I would just be grinding because I was just like literally working so hard with just doing hair. It was so much business with doing hair. But when I moved to the islands, that's when I was like, oh no, I'm in the islands, I need to find something other than hair. I started selling stuff. That's when I started buying the little jewelries and selling the jewelries. And then when I moved here, I'm like, I don't want to buy and sell. I want to make my own stuff, How the opportunities, when they come, I just go for it. I look at it, weigh it out. Is it worth it? Is it exciting? Is it something I'm going to learn from? For this year, yeah, it's a lot of goals. Especially number one, my spiritual goal. Have to really get that. It keeps me grounded, keeps my family, in place, keeps my mind focused, allow me to have more, more energy and more faith to be able to do something else. Because majority of the time we really can't depend on ourselves. Because sometimes we live and then it's like, I should have, So yeah, my spiritual goal is very important for me this year because I know that's really what keeps me going. What keeps me going? Well, God keeps me going. My family keeps me going. My husband is very supportive. He is like everything. Like whatever I want to do, he just look at me like, just do it. And I was like, okay, So that is that. My kids, my son Anwar, he's just like, go for it, Mom. What are you waiting for? He's like, he has nothing, everything is like, just go for it. The worst that can happen is it won't happen, But yeah, my family keeps me motivated, and me trying to stay healthy. I gotta stay healthy in order to keep going. On the world, well, just to be remembered as a good person, to be able to just be if we could have more good people in this world, just people who more humble people, people who have a good heart, you know, people who are willing to give to others, see the best in others, but just accept other people do, you know, the way they are and help them, just to be able to be recognized as, oh, she was a nice person. That's good enough for me. I'm now on Instagram. That's like one of my hottest new things right now. I'm so excited about that. So that, I have a website, ChikodiWorlds.com. I'm on ChikodiLocks.com. So literally when you punch in Chikodi, you will see a lot of ways to find me. Here I'm at the studio, and sometimes when you go on the website, it will tell you where I am now, because majority of the time I move around. I do have a partner salon in Florida, in Orlando, that I travel. So I'm here. I work in LA for, I used to be every 3 months. I work here for 3 months, I would travel and I work there for a month. So now it's twice a year. Every 6 months I would be in Orlando working, and I'm here. So that's a good way to find me. And my cell phone number, I've had that number for like 18 years.